Hi there, dance studio owners, and welcome to a very special 4-part series of the Transform My Dance Studio podcast. We are celebrating by bringing you something extra special on the podcast. In fact, this is the first time ever that we have shared with you a sneak peek into our exclusive Dance Studio Owners Inner Circle virtual retreats. That's right, you'll have your own front row ticket into our Inner Circle retreats, where we are sharing with you some of the best moments from our world-class speakers. If you love this exclusive recording, make sure to join our waitlist at dsoa.com/innercircle. Now, let's welcome this week's special guest.
I'm here with a fan favorite right now, the incredible Kim McSwain. We've been so lucky to have Kim with us inside the Inner Circle the last couple of years. And every time Kim talks, our members are more excited about running their business. They get the tools to be able to be a better leader, to empower their teachers, to get their students on the right foot in class. Kim is just incredible at teaching studio owners and teachers how to create a wonderful studio that is about the arts, that is about creativity, and that is really being about who you truly are and being your authentic self.
Hi. Now, you guys, you know I have stage fright, and I'm getting much better about it after doing the in-demand and the coaching thing. And so I told Clint yesterday, I said, I'm nervous because I'm not nervous at all. And I'm just so excited to see everybody. And then I came in this morning and all of y'all were here and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to vomit. So I stayed up and I have 15 pages of notes, and you know I'm not cool, so I don't have any slideshow. I just have like third grade notes written out. And I was praying that I don't offend anybody, and that I sound intelligent and humble and kind, and that I speak directly to some of you guys that's going to help you at your studio. I've always said that I'm only good at 2 things because I only really care about 2 things: being a good mommy and being a good dance teacher. And I just think that being a dance teacher and being a studio owner is the coolest thing in the whole wide world, because I know that I've been very transparent about my life, and I didn't have a good childhood, and my dance teacher saved my life. She really did save my life. And I think that a lot of times we just say, oh, we just own studios, oh, we're dance teachers. We're like doctors. We have such a great honor in this world to come and cross these children's lives, because some parents suck. They suck it up hard. You know what I mean? And so I think that another thing that I've found that I'm really good at, that I'm kind of proud of myself, is being a leader. I have found, that I'm socially awkward. Everybody knows that. But I'm getting better at talking to grown-ups, and I am a good leader because I've had to fight for everything that I had in life, and I want to be the best version of myself. And when people rely on you, it forces you to be a better version of yourself. I want to start off by saying something really important. It's a 911 emergency. I gained weight running my business, sitting at the desk for 12 hours. So I bought some Spanx jeans. Now, do you know that they make Spanx jeans now? Well, they do, and they go all the way up underneath your breast. And I have them on right now. And I feel like a sausage, and I can't breathe. So if I pass out, somebody resuscitate me, and I will continue with my session. I just want you to know that, okay? I want y'all to know that. If I go down, resuscitate me, I'm up, I'm continuing. I'm talking about motivation. Here's what I read about motivation. It's a better predictor of career success than ability, intelligence, or salary. Well, right on. Because I'm way more motivated than my talent, my intelligence, or my salary. I can do that. I can motivate myself. But I'm going to talk to you guys today about motivating yourself, your faculty, and your dancers. Sounds exhausting, right? But we can do it. The definition of motivation is internal and external factors that stimulate energy or desire in people to continually be interested and committed to a job, role, or subject in an effort to attain a goal. The word that stands out to me, you guys, is continually, right? Constantly, consistently, all the time, on a regular basis, a habit, a lifestyle is basically what they're saying. You have to have this lifestyle motivating a choice. I'm down with that. I'll be okay with that. But who's it start with? It starts with us. This is what's amazing to me, is we chose this role. We didn't go get a job at Target. We're not serving tables. We chose to be a studio owner, which means that we decided that we were well-equipped, we were cool enough to mentor thousands of people for the rest of our lives. So we made that choice to be healthy, to be stable, to be legit, to be on top of something that we were going to take on this mission. That's awesome. I think that's awesome. I want to say a couple of things before we start talking about our purpose, our brand as a boss, confidence, and things like this. I'm very blunt, just because I feel like I tell it how it is, because I want somebody to tell it how it is to me. And I want you to know this, I come from a very kind place. One thing you'll know, I never have a bad word to say about anybody. I just don't. Whether it was the loss of my husband, me being paralyzed, me coming from a horrible home, me losing everything I have, I found to just find the best in every light in every human being. So when I'm saying this, please don't take offense to it. Don't be emotional. I've found that being a leader and being on top of things, I can't be emotional. It's business, it's not personal. So all the things that come and happen to us, I've going around to different studio owners, I've built so many bonds. And a lot of times I just want to look at them and say, this has nothing to do with you. Don't let it hurt your feelings. This has to do with them. It doesn't have to do with you. So let's fix the problem. Let's go straight to the point, fix the problem, and go on to the next thing. Don't be emotional. The next one, don't be dramatic. As women, those hormones are real. And we get dramatic a lot of the times. I've done it. I've done it with changing lives. And something that my faculty did. And I got just, woof. And my husband looked at me and he goes, you're the CEO, you're the boss, handle it. You're being a girl right now. And then I was like, you're exactly right. Stay true to your purpose. We're going to talk a lot about that as our purpose. Why did we open that studio in the first place? It wasn't because I want to be rich. For sure. Why did we want to change kids' lives? Why did we want to do that? Why did we want to teach dance? Are we still staying true to that purpose? If we steer away from that, then we're not really working towards that goal anymore. This is big, you guys. You have to demand respect. Right? I feel like sometimes we think if we are nice, we're going to let people walk all over us. Absolutely not. That's not okay. There's a certain way that people are going to have to talk to you as their leader and their boss, and there's certain things. Who's paying the mortgage? You are. Who put their life on the line? You do. Who works more hours than everybody? You do. This is your livelihood. This is your brand. This is your dream. This is what you did. There's nothing wrong with people respecting you. You're not a bad person. You're not a bitch if you demand respect. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a way that people treat you, and they treat you the right way. Right? They treat you the right way. Set the example. How do you expect everybody else to act if you're not representing yourself correctly? And sometimes we're like, well, they don't know how hard I work. Well, they don't know the hours I put into it. Well, they don't know how many people haven't paid their bill. Well, they don't know how this, and they don't know how I feel. Quit complaining. I've done it too. You know, I'm there with you. I understand how you feel. You feel tired. You feel overworked. You feel underappreciated. Get over it. That's part of the job. That's part of what you signed up for it. But you know what? You're tough enough to do it, so do it. You signed up to be the big boss. You signed up to be awesome. You signed up because you're good enough to handle it, and you can do it. So quit complaining about it. If you need to complain about it like I do, go in the shower and feel sorry for yourself for just a second, dry off, lotion up, and continue on. Right? You can do it. Be 100% confident in what you bring to the table. Do it. I know that what I'm doing with changing lives is changing lives. I know that my product is great, and I will stand up for it every second of my life. And that's how you should feel about your studio. You should know that what you are doing for children is perfection. And if it's not, and if you don't feel that way, then change it. Yeah, and if you can't honestly say to someone, my faculty is the best faculty on this planet and you can't go anywhere else and get better instruction, then you need to fire who you're talking about, right? If you can't say that my facility is the best facility that you will ever walk into, then you need to fix your space. If you can't say that we are the most organized studio, we have the best website, we have the best instruction, then fix it. So you can say that honestly and stand by your product. Well, we don't have time, we don't have the money, we don't have whatever. Then let's gear ourselves towards the fact that we can make that happen because you deserve it. You deserve it. Failure is not an option. This is huge for me. Failure is not an option. I did not have rich parents. So guess what I did? I was not going to drop out of dance class. I'm going to go clean the dance studio at 12 years old. Because dance is all I had. I was not a smart kid. So instead of going in the streets like my brother did and go be a drug addict and go to prison, I'm going to continue to be in dance, and I'm going to go to my dance teacher and say, what can I do to continue and get a scholarship? You can clean the dance studio. Yes, ma'am, I will come here and clean the dance studio for you. When I decided I wanted to move to LA, I didn't have the money to move to LA. What am I going to do? I'm going to work 2 jobs at the shoe store and Domino's Pizza, and I'm going to get that money to move to LA. This is what I had to do my whole life. Failure is not an option for us. That's the easy way out. Yeah? Let's figure it out. We get 1 chance at each life. I'm going to make it awesome. I'm going to make it awesome. This is big. Listen to me. This is best friend talk right now. Who cares what other people are doing? Right? And I think this is so huge for all of us because competition has gotten so big. Conventions have gotten so big. We've got studios. There's one every block. And then you got the faculty that leaves to go somewhere else and they're going to open a studio and it's going to be better than yours. And everybody's here. Well, this studio's doing this and this studio's doing that. Who cares? Who cares what they're doing? We got to worry about what we're doing that's great. Because we have our vision, right? We have our vision. I will tell you this. On my social media, I have blocked and don't look at any other convention of what anybody else is doing. Because when I did have it on there, I would start to look at other things and think, well, I don't do that. Well, look at their big fancy stage. Well, look at that person. And it started to kind of nitpick at me a little bit. And then I started to feel like, well, and then I thought, damn it, no. Delete. Because it started to steal my joy a little bit. You know what I mean? And then I thought, I spent that much energy. I just spent 15 minutes in my bed, in my rest time, looking at what other people were doing. And that's 15 minutes that I could have been sitting down writing things I should be doing for my space. Who cares what other people are doing? Shouldn't be any of our worry. We should be wondering what we're doing to make our thing even better. This is huge for our faculty, you guys. Rules are meant to be followed. Don't you think? It's just like from a little kid. You just do what you're supposed to do. You're not making rules because you want to be this big stickler, like, follow what I do because I'm the big person. No, you're not doing that. It's because you want to make rules so that everything runs like clockwork and that it's best for the studio and it looks great and your studio looks like a machine. And we're looking for when the parents come in, it's just like everything's moving along and this looks like this and everything goes great. So if somebody can't follow the rules, then they can't work for you. I think it's as just easy as that. And you get 1 warning, and if you can't do it, then you can't work for me. Simple as that. Separating business and friendships. Friendships, yeah. Keep them separated. Huge. What stinks about this, and I found out really quickly, And apparently I've done it really well, because that's one of the things that my faculty said, is that it's really hard in this environment, when we've known you as a friend for so long, to master the friendships and business side of things, but you do it perfectly. Let me tell you what I had to do. I had to step back as their friend. Because they're not going to respect me if I'm out drinking with them. They're not going to respect me if I'm out playing and doing all the shenanigans with them. So what did I want to do? What do I take more on higher regard? Their boss or their friendship? Their boss. So you do have to kind of give up some things. And that kind of stinks. But it's for my company. It's for changing lives. There's a certain thing that, I want them to see me in a light as someone that's excellent, and someone that doesn't mess up, and someone that doesn't go drinking, and someone that doesn't go party, and someone that shows up 30 minutes early, and someone that does all these things, and then they can go have their fun time. But what ends up happening is when I walk into a room, everything stops and they listen to what I have to say. And I like that. I like that they look at me like that. It makes me want to do it more. Yeah. And it stinks because at studios, when I worked at the studio and when I owned a studio, we get so close. We are a family. But sometimes people can't separate those lines. And then when you try to approach them as their boss, then it gets real blurred. And they take everything personally. So it's a hard time giving them any sort of correction or any sort of suggestions. So that's kind of hard. I think the best thing I would do in that scenario is, if you needed to speak to them, say, can I speak to you as your boss right now? I had to bring up something about flights this weekend, and I sent a Zoom video. And I said, hey, you guys, good morning. I just need to bring up something a little touchy. I need to speak to you as your boss right now. And then spoke to them. Everybody was sending some, thanks, boss. We hear you. Everything's taken care of. Thank you. And that's the only way that I could suggest that for you guys. Here's a big one. If you break down, everyone's coming down with you. If you lose your mind and you're a hot mess, everybody's coming down with. You can't control everything that happens, but you can control your attitude and response that will determine the outcome. That's huge. There's a lot of crazy things that happen in the studio. We got crazy parents. There's circumstances with kids. There's circumstances with faculty. Nothing says that this is going to be easy. We're in a customer service business. This is going to be crazy sometimes. But if we take a deep breath and we control our attitude, we are kind, we're the bigger person at all times, you can control the outcome of what's going to happen with that. And here's the last one. And we're going to dig in a little bit more with this. Always try to lead with the utmost integrity, honesty, and kindness. And I feel like nobody will be able to fault you for that. You're just a good person. You are going to have some crazies. I had a mom write me this weekend, you guys. And the email started with, wow, way to crush a teenager's dreams. Me, way to crush a teenager's dreams. I hope you're happy. With a laughing cry face. Now, you know how I took that. I immediately wrote her back, because I'm going to stand up for changing lives. I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. I'm going to write her back and let her know that I'm a mother of 2 young girls, that I'm a Christian woman, that please let me, thank you for writing me. Let me please explain. Come to find out, she's fond of the drink. She's fond of the pills. And they have a problem with her. But it crushed me. And I know how you feel when you get those mean emails. But please understand that some people are a-holes. You know what I mean? And you can't control crazy. But I want you to always stand up for yourself and what you bring to that table. Because you never deserve to be walked all over. And some people just have to go sometimes. It's not fair to you. So let's talk about motivating ourselves. It's hard. We have those days. You're human beings, you guys. We're human beings. And sometimes we have those outside sources that just come in and we're supposed to be Mary Poppins every day. No, thank you. No, thank you, Mary Poppins. I think let's find our purpose. Why do we do what we do? Why did you open a studio? I want you to write down what was your original purpose in opening your studio. Whether you just opened a couple years ago, whether you opened 30 plus years ago. What was your original purpose for opening your studio? Take a couple minutes and write it down. Yes, background music. Okay, and after that, at this present moment, you guys, are you accomplishing that purpose on a daily basis? Will you raise your hand if it was no? Are we all still accomplishing it? Raise your hand if it's no. Okay, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Okay, I want to check in with you real quick. I'm going to answer these, and here's the answers I want you to write down. I want you to write down average, good, great, or excellent. Okay, average, good, great, or excellent. How zoned in are you and your entire team on your studio's mission statement and purpose? You and your entire team. How zoned in are you guys together on your mission statement and purpose?
We hope you love this sneak peek into our Inner Circle retreats as much as we did. And if you are ready to take your studio to the next level and join us for these life-changing retreats, make sure to join our Inner Circle waitlist today at dsoa.com/innercircle.